music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for one of my favorite shows. I am so happy it's back, and even though it's only season 2, Snowfall season 2, episode 1. I loved this show. If this is your first time watching my review, or if you don't know what the show is about, please go ahead and look at my reviews for season 1. So I reviewed season 1, all the episodes. There's a playlist called Snowfall, and you can at least get caught up if you have not watched the show at all, but you just watch my reviews. Get caught up on season 1 by watching my old reviews. Okay, so go. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a link to that playlist at the end of this video. Yes. Anyway, so the episode, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, okay? And do not forget to hit that notification bell to let you do what? Let you know when I have new videos up, because y'all know I post videos all day, all night. It is currently 3:42 a.m., okay? 3:42. Yes, my hair is going a little bit at the top because my fan is on because it's hot. Anyway, so Snowfall, for y'all who maybe have not watched it, last season was really good, okay? So it's kind of picking up 4 months later, okay? So Franklin, now he's selling crack, okay? Teddy is still a drug dealer too, even though he's a DEA. And Lucia and Gustavo are a couple, and they also sell drugs. So it's that whole thing, but such a good show. Anyway, so we see things pick up 4 months later. So we see how the drugs are flowing through the different characters who are connected in one way or the other. And it's kind of crazy. So the drugs come in from Colombia, where Teddy is having them flown in, and then he has them flown in, and there drops where Lucia and Gustavo's people pick up the drugs and bring them to the States, and then Teddy sells them to different people. Teddy also sells them to Ivy. Ivy sells the drugs to Franklin. I'm gotta get myself together. To Franklin, and then Franklin takes the cocaine and makes it crack, and they're selling crack in LA in the 80s. It's a whole little thing. I'm like, Jesus, it's a lot. Now the crazy part about it is, if you remember from season 1, Franklin was like a kid just trying to make a couple dollars or whatever. He got like maybe like a kilo of cocaine and sold it, and then ended up running into RZA. The character was a different name, but RZA, who showed him how he was making crack, and then Franklin learned to do it, and then he started doing that, and he was making a little bit of money, like 12,000 here, maybe 20 grand. This show, we see how he has a whole like cookhouse that he has the coke being cut up and being cooked up as crack. The chemist is in there cooking up his crack, you know what I'm saying? And then they're bagging it up and put it in chip bag, like potato chip bags, and then they staple it closed, and they're selling it on an ice cream truck. They are selling crack cocaine on an ice cream truck because it's the perfect cover. Kids love ice cream, okay, you know what I'm saying? And if grown-ups is coming to get chips and juices or whatever, it makes complete sense, because they're just getting chips and juice. But it's really crack cocaine. I'm like, Lord Jesus Christ, my eyes really itch. I'm sorry, y'all. So that we see how he has basically evolved from the first taste of selling crack out of like a book bag in a park for, you know what I'm saying, $5 or $10 here, to where now we have a whole house doing it, setting it up. Now we have a whole, cause it was just him and his 2 friends and his uncle, his aunt. But now it's like he has a whole team. He has a whole fucking ice cream truck selling crack. It's crazy. So at his house, it's like a money room, and he goes to this room, and his money's stacked up to the ceiling, it's like shelves and safes, and it's just all this money. And again, in season 1, he had made maybe 20 grand. So he's making 20 grand a day, where I'm like, bitch, crack cocaine is crazy. Okay, so I do this in stories. So we have Lucia and Gustavo. So Lucia and Gustavo last season was trying to get out on their own. You know, Gustavo wanted to be a part of her family. He liked her a little bit or whatnot. Her family did not take her serious because she was a female, not a male or whatever. And so her father, who was the head of a drug ring or whatever, ended up dying. Her uncle, who they robbed, found out they robbed them. Her cousin, who helped her rob the uncle, who was his father, she had that man killed. Like, she had her uncle killed because the cousin told on them about robbing the uncle. So she got pissed and said, the only way I can take power is if I kill my uncle. And so we see, of course, 4 months later, how she's pissed off because a shipment that Teddy should have had come in did not come in. And they're used to selling so much cocaine every shipment. Now they don't have anything, so like everything put on pause. Like, bro, we need our money. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? We need some shit to happen. He said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll get it figured out. I don't know what happened, but I'll get it figured out. Now, Teddy was too calm for me, so it's something up with Teddy, but Teddy's story is next. Anyway, so at this point in time, we see how Gustavo is telling Lucia that, look, the 2 drivers we had who was working for us quit. They're going back to Mexico, so we know we got to do something else. Got to find some more drivers. And she's pissed off, like, you know what? They would have never done that if it was still under my uncle or my father, because it's me. They being, you know what I'm saying, bendejos or whatever. I'm like, okay, girl, that's what it is. So she's like, you know, she pulls out a little thing of crack, a little baggie of crack. And she was like, you know, I don't want to take this new product to Stomper. Stomper is the people who they work with. But she's like, because he would just kind of cut us out and take all the profits. I need to take this to someone who's going to really want to work with me to do it, to distribute it and like make this money. Because I feel like it's gonna be something. Okay, I'm like, they have no idea what crack was gonna be. But again, this is when crack first started. They have no idea the horrendous effects it would have on these people. So at this point in time, she goes to see, because she doesn't want to work with Stomper and them or whatever. So she goes to this other cartel of people. I don't know who they are. Okay, I do not have any idea who they are. All I know is they're Mexicans, and they did not look nice. Okay, they look very mean. So when she went to see them, her and Gustavo, at first they're like, you know, what you doing here? And was we here? Whatever. We're here because there's some product. We want to talk to somebody. And then she holds up the crack cocaine. So it's at like a little junkyard too. So they go get the big guns or whatever to have the conversation with her. So she's like, look, I don't want to work with Stomper and them. I'm trying to get some money with y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is going to really, really work it. And they hold it up and they're like, what is this? And she says, oh, it's cocaina. It's just rocked up. And it's better than heroin. It's so good. It's on like hotcakes. It's going to be a big ass money maker. So he's like, okay, if it's that good, if it's going to be that profitable, try it. Here you go. Try it. I'm like, he offering her to smoke crack and she don't know what. And at first she was like, I don't know. And like, all right, gotta go, bye-bye. She's like, no, wait. Because again, she wants their business. So in order to get their business, she had to smoke crack. Okay, I've never seen a situation where you had to smoke crack. She had to smoke crack to just do this little deal or whatever. She took one hit of the crack pipe. And she kind of got her knees got weak, and she didn't faint, but she got real. And Gustavo's caught her, and then the dude was like, "Oh shit!" He said, "Fuck it." He took a hit. This is my thing, bruh. This is why I can't do drugs, because I don't want to do it. So she didn't smoke some crack, and he didn't smoke some crack. So now they're both crack addicts. At this point in time, they're like, "Okay, cool. It is what it is. That's fine." So I feel like these are the first innocent crackheads we've ever seen, because again, they did not know what they were getting into. So they are the first innocent crackheads, not the crackheads who happened like in the 90s and 2000s. Like, once you knew how bad crack was, because it hit the 80s. If you smoke crack after, you know, the 80s, if you smoke crack in the 90s, 2000s, if you smoke crack now, you are not an innocent crackhead. But these are the first innocent crack smokers ever in life that I can know, because it's on TV. Anyway, we then see how she's also searching for Pedro. So Pedro is her cousin, and she killed Pedro's father, her uncle, and he ran away because she murdered his dad. And so he assumed she was trying to murder him. So Gustavo was like, maybe he's gone because they haven't found him in these 4 months. He escaped for a reason. He ran for a reason. Like, he may be gone forever. She's like, we killed his father. Like, he's not gonna forget that. He gonna come back. We just don't know when. I'm like, well, that's really, really true. So at that point in time, we see they're at their little warehouse thing. The Mexicans pull up, who she was smoked the crack with, and they pull up with this lady. I swear I can imagine who she is, but they never said her name on TV. I went and Googled, like, female crime cartel boss, female cocaine. So I Googled the lady who's playing, the actress who plays the character. I Googled her to see if they would say even the name of who she's supposed to be in on this show. Could not find it at all. But she is a queen pen Mexican person in the 80s, but I cannot think of what her name is. It was making me so mad. But I'm sure they'll say her name later, because when she came up, she said, do you know who I am? And she just says, yes, of course. But of course, she did not say her name. I was like, damn it, who are you? Who are you, lady? What are you doing? Anyway, so she said how she does not like this new rocked up cocaine. Like, for her, she said it makes people unpredictable, and you can't control them. Heroin keeps people tame. We can control that. We can control this crack stuff. And she's like, why do you want to do this with us or whatever? I want Mexicans to kind of have some power. It's going to be a lot of money making, you know what I'm saying? And if we don't do it, the other people will, and then they'll make the money. Like, why not let us make the money? And she's like, if your dad or your uncle was here, what would they say? I think they would think it was a good opportunity. She's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. It's not cocaine. And she's like, you know what? This is going to be a great product. I'm so, I believe in it so much. I'm willing to front all the products. I'll take all the financial risk. That's how much I know this is going to pay off. I'm looking like, girl, you going to front for crack? Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord, she does not know what she do, girl. It's crack cocaine. I'm like, girl, it's crack. Okay? And I know she can't hear me. And I know she doesn't know what that means. But, girl, it's crack. You finna kill all these damn people. Anyway, so we do see, like, we don't see if she accepts or declines the offer. I'm assuming that she's going to accept because, the show is about crack. So her and Gustavo are in the warehouse, like, late at night or whatever. And, like, he goes to pee or whatnot. But she then hears a noise, and she's like, who's there? What's going on? So she gets up with her gun. Who's there? And we see it's Pedro. Pedro there. He didn't grow a little beard or whatever. Hey, Pedro. He look cute now. And he's back. And she's shocked. Gustavo is shocked. So they're standing there like a little trio. Because Pedro hates Gustavo. Has always hated Gustavo. He did not want Gustavo to get close to his cousin. He was pissed off when he found out they were sleeping together. And now he's back, and again, he is aware that Lucia and Gustavo planned to have his father murdered. I'm like, well, goddamn it, bitches. Okay, that's the way to end their portion of the story. Now here goes Teddy. Teddy, has to figure out, he has to, one, buy a new plane, and two, find someone to fly the plane, because why? The reason the the shipment of cocaine did not come in that Lucia and Gustavo needed was because his pilot took off with the product, escaped with it, left, ran off with that work. And so he's having to buy a new plane and find a new pilot. And the partner says, the thing is, we have to find someone who won't run away with we need a pilot who won't run with the product. Like, that's what we really need. So he thinks it's a call from his boss, because again, Teddy's DEA. They are basically selling guns to people in other country, but also bringing in cocaine to sell to, like, fund this war. It's this real crazy political thing that happened in the 80s, and for real, I'm not gonna cover that too much because it drives me crazy. Anyway, his boss calls him and says, we need to have a private conversation. So they have like a little like a safe line they can talk on. So he tells him how, look, the president will not be able to get any money from Congress to fund what we're doing. So basically, we still need you to do your job of selling these drugs, selling these guns to, to fund this war. However, you won't have the money of the government to do it, because Congress is not going to approve the $21 million that he's asking to get, but we need you to still keep getting these drugs, some of these guns, you know, some of these some of this cocaine. Like, we need you to still do that. And he's like, but it's also going to be very much so off the books. Only you and I know what's going on, you know, and me and you won't have any more communication. He's like, but what if something happens to you? He says, oh, if something happens to me, I have everything like on file in a file cabinet in a safe at my house, so you will be cleared of anything going on because it will be proof of what was going on. When someone says we can't talk no more, and if I die, it's some stuff in my safe, let me see the stuff. Like, matter of fact, no, give me the stuff. Like, I don't want it in your safe, I want it in my safe. Like, send me the stuff. So if something happened to you, I have my own proof. Because if something happened to you, how do I know your house didn't blow up and then all the papers is burned up? No, give me the shit, okay? You know what I'm saying? Don't keep it there. Give it to me. But he just says, okay, sir, thanks, great, I can do this. I'm like, don't do it. He then tells his assistant, send the plane to like Kansas City. She's like, what the fuck is in Kansas? Not Dorothy. He goes to Kansas. He goes to Kansas to find a pilot. And I'm like, who is this person? So we see him sit outside of a house. We see an older guy, a younger guy. So it's like, it's a father and son. So I'm like, okay, is that his father and his brother? What's going on? He goes to meet the guy at the bar. I think it's his brother. If I'm not mistaken. And he's like, look, I need your help. I need you to find this plane for me. I'm going to meet you for about a month, maybe 2 months. For this reason, this is what we're doing. So he explains to his brother what they're doing, because his brother used to be like in the army or whatever. So his brother like, this is kind of crazy. Even for he's not DA, he's a CIA. He's a CIA agent. Teddy is. He's like, well, this is crazy, even for the CIA. Like, this is bananas. Like, look, I just need you to do me this favor. I need someone I trust to fly these planes, and you know what I'm saying, let it be what's gonna be. He's like, you know, okay. So they fly back to LA. Cool. Now, the Grand Resistance. The major person I feel like this show is about Franklin. Okay, I love Franklin's story. We get more of Franklin's story. He's more of a main character than the other people. The main ones, it is Franklin. It's like his story, the storyline that people connect with him. You know, Lucia and Gustavo and Pedro, and then Teddy. Just Teddy by himself. Last season was Teddy and Alejandro. He killed Alejandro because Alejandro killed the girl he liked. It was a whole mess. He had to cut their bodies up. It was kind of crazy. And now it's, you know, Teddy and his brother. Anyway, so Franklin is, you know what I'm saying, going to his mom's house. Last season, his mom was not, she was completely against him selling any kind of drugs, let alone crack cocaine, the new drugs out there. So he basically does not live with her anymore because she don't like it, she don't like it, she don't like it. So he's in her house, like, bringing her groceries. He walks in the house and he sees, like, past due bills on a counter. He takes them with him because, again, he got all this money to pay whatever bill she has. So he consistently goes to her house, takes her bills because she won't take any money from him. She kind of does not want anything to do with him. So he has to go to her house when she isn't there to help her do whatever, like leave some food in the refrigerator, you know, or whatever, like a good son would do. Even though he's doing things wrong, he doesn't want his mother wanting for anything. Cool. So we do see that he has to leave before she gets there because we see a car is like pulling up and he hears it, so he hurries up and leaves. I'm looking like, oh, Franklin, his mama. So his Uncle Jerome. Y'all just like, if y'all don't watch the show, I just need y'all to like Google his Uncle Jerome or just watch one episode so y'all can see these characters that I'm telling y'all about. Okay, so Uncle Jerome, who was a black man with a jerry curl, muscle bound, he reminded me of like of a Tookie Williams instead without jerry curl. But anyway, it's a party at Uncle Jerome's house, and he want a party. Let's all get wasted. So even his friends, he has two friends, it's Leon and Kevin. So Leon, was it Leon? No, Kevin, and said, hey, yeah, this is our boy. This is Franklin, you know, also known as, you know, Saint so and so, or you know, the Black Apostle, because again, he's kind of he's helped all their lives by letting them work with him to sell drugs. That simple. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So we do see also Aunt Louie. So Aunt Louie, who of course is Uncle Jerome's girlfriend, was she wife, reverend, whatever. She like, if I'm gonna be up in that house all day cooking that cocaine, that crack, whatever, I'm not gonna spend my nights here with y'all. I'm going out. So she's always hanging out at the local club with Claudia, who she used to like hook for or sleep with, but that's where she go and have some fun. Okay, girl, if you like it, I love it. We see D. Ray Davis is in the show this year. He plays like a bodyguard. So he sits on the porch with a gun to make sure no one comes up in the house because he's protection. His name is Peaches. Yes, Peaches. It is 4 a.m. Lord Jesus. Anyway, so we see a scene where they at the house. It's a party at the house. Everybody having fun or whatever. Parties all get wasted. Some girl like Ian Franklin, and then we see them like going in the room to do it. And look, the first season it was a whole scene with a man getting his dick sucked and he had a straw up his butt and there was one cocaine in it. That was crazy last season. So this season, I'm like, wait, that's that girl whole ass. They showed the girl's whole ass. I'm like, wait, that's her whole. I'm like, that's her whole ass. Like her whole ass is on TV. What is going on here? What the fuck is going? Are they? How loose? It's TV now. I'm looking like, bitch, what? So again, he's in the room with the girl. They kissing, hugging. She's bottomless or whatever. Taking her bra off. They in the bed. And the fact that she was on top of him at first, he had boxers on. And then they show him flip her over. And he pulled his boxers down just enough to get his dick out. And they show him like put his hand down to put his penis in. I'm looking like, what? This is regular cable. This is regular cable, kids. Skate, what's going on here? And his butt, like even his butt was out. I'm looking like, bitch, FX don't play no games. But then Uncle Jerome loud, like, open the door. Open the door. I'm like, why you mad? What's going on? But he mad because Leon, little drunk ass, is trying to have a threesome in his room with some girls. And Jerome like, you don't be fucking in my room, nigga. Get the fuck out of my room. It was very, very funny. But again, it shows how free they are to be this party. Let's all get wasted. It's so kind of cute. Anyway, the next thing that we see is Franklin has went to Avi's house. Avi is the, I don't know if he's Ukrainian, Armenian. I think he may be Armenian. He's the coke dealer where he gets his coke from, and he met him of course last season or whatever. Was front of the key, and they've been working ever since. But now he's like a big time getting keys of drugs or whatever, and he got time for the bullshit. So, but because the lab shipment that Teddy was supposed to have was delayed. Okay, it was all the way delayed. He doesn't have any drugs for Franklin. He said, you know what, but I think I have some keys like scattered around the house or whatever upstairs. Hey, so and so, go look through the house and gather that up for him or whatnot. For Franklin, he doesn't feel like I'm wasting his time. At this point in time, you hear commotion. And they talking in a different language. And Franklin's like, what you saying? What's happening? What's going on? Because they're panicking and like grabbing guns and doing stuff, whatever. But he doesn't get what's happening because they're saying it in a different language. And even now I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's happening? And then you hear LAPD, get out. I'm like, oh shit, it's a raid. Ivy is being raided while Franklin is there. Leon was there too. Leon is his best friend, and they're there. So Leon and Franklin take off running. They run through the backyard, try to get up out there. Got the money with them. They running. They gone. Freeze! Stop running! Don't run for me! Don't run for me! So the cop is chasing them both. So Franklin, he gone. Okay, he gone. Gone. Leon not far behind him. Leon not too far. However, Franklin jumps a fence. But Leon, I guess, couldn't jump it, okay? He just didn't make it there in time. And he gets caught. And Franklin gets away. I'm looking like, oh, don't you tell, Leon. Don't you say shit. So, we do see that Leon is arrested. Everybody at Ivy House is arrested. Franklin's the only one who got free. Now, Ivy lives far out. Okay? Very far out. So, of course, that means that Franklin had to, like, walk back or get back without bringing attention to himself. Anyway, but they go to a bail bondsman, okay? And first of all, the bail bondsman is the dude who played War on the haves and the have-nots. I said, War? what you doing on here, Ward? Get your ass off the damn TV. But, you know what I'm saying? He plays a character called Tyrone, who owns the bail bondsman shop. But he ain't Ward now. He's Tyrone, but whatever. And he has a partner named Biscuit. Now, first of all, I don't want to go to Biscuit and Tyrone, or Tyrone and Biscuit's bail bonds. I just, you know, his name is Biscuit. Okay? Biscuit. Really, bitches. Anyway. So, they say, hey, you know, his bail is $50,000 because of the charges or whatever it is. It isn't his first offense. So to get him out again, it's 50 grand or 10%. Uncle Jerome say, shit, that ain't nothing. Jerome, I said, Jerome, you acting like a nigga who ain't never had shit. You never tell people that any amount of money is nothing, especially in the 80s, in the hood, and, you know what I'm saying, in LA. You don't do that. Anyway, Franklin was like, shit, yes it is. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna need some time to give it to you. So Franklin playing the court like, bruh, I ain't got it. But you see Biscuit look when Uncle Jerome said, you know what I'm saying, oh, that ain't shit. He looked like, oh, it ain't shit, bruh. It ain't shit. Okay. And Franklin caught that real quick, like, nah, man, that is a lie. I gotta do some things. I gotta move something around. I'll get it to you when I can. When they leave, he like, man, nephew, you got that in your pocket right now. Why don't you just get it over? He like, bruh, I don't want them knowing how much I got. Like, I don't trust it. He like, man, you paranoid. He like, well, look, I had to run all night. I had 42 grand in my pocket with a book bag. I had to not get put up by the police or get robbed. So yeah, I'm a little bit paranoid. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit going on here. So, but again, it's the whole thing where he has to now figure out where to get more cocaine from, because again, Ivy is in jail. So we then see that Leon does get out on bail, and you know what I'm saying, Tyrone got him out, and Tyrone says, because they talking or whatever, he's like, well, yeah, did they ask him some questions? Like, yeah, I gave him your name, your social, birthday, all these things or whatever, laughing, and then Tyrone then does say, it looked like y'all gonna need my help. So you know what I'm saying, you know where I be. I guess that means war ain't going away. So at this point in time, they just happy that he's out. And it was cute too to see the other friend Kevin, and they were talking about the movie Scarface. Like, yeah, he did this, and he said, you know, say hello to my little friend. And I'm like, he said like pew pew pew. I'm like, no, you go brrr. He did the wrong gun noises. I'm like, bruh, he had him say brrr. I'm like, what kind of, he was like, yeah, pew 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 pew. I'm like, pew pew. Nah, bruh, don't do that. Don't do that ever, not again. So, but that was a little cute little scene. So we then see Franklin. Franklin's in the bed sleeping. Okay, sound asleep. His little sexy chocolate stuff. I'm saying the sound asleep in the dark. And you see two burglars breaking in the house. I'm like, oh, they not gonna rob him. Oh, don't rob Franklin. Damn it, man. So they creep through the house. Creep, creep, creep. Franklin still asleep. Uncle Jerome sleep. You know, Auntie Louie sleep. Everybody sleep. So you see when they kind of get in the living room, you hear boom, boom, and it's gunshots. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Who got up? It wasn't Franklin, because Franklin jumped up, started out his sleep, grabbed his gun, because he sleep with the gun up on his pillow. I'm like, okay, so that's a killing world. So it was Peaches. Peaches was on his job, because Peaches again is security, and Peaches saw them in the house and shot and killed them. Uncle Jerome up pissed off. Auntie Louie pissed off. Frank like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How did they get in the house? Like, someone left the door unlocked in the back. Because Peter said like they got in through the back door, and then they go and look. They're like, nah, it looked like they Jimmy the lock or whatever. And you didn't hear that, Peter? I'm like, look, it was late. You didn't hear it either, Aunt Louie. Calm down. So Aunt Louie, Peter, you didn't kill somebody in my house. I mean, girl, again, calm down, Aunt Louie. Calm down. Now, what we gonna do? I'm pretty sure if Noah's neighbor lady heard it, the police gonna be pretty quickly. How we gonna explain? It's two dead bodies on the floor. They're like, first of all, let's figure out who the fuck he is. They pull off one mask. It's Biscuit, bitches. It's Biscuit. And they pull the other mask off. It wasn't Tyrone. However, it was Biscuit's older brother. So Biscuit asked, assumed. He said, yeah, and now I told you I wasn't paranoid. Who paranoid now, huh? It's Biscuit. You know what I'm saying? I told you, don't say that money wasn't nothing. So now they kind of argue back, whatever. He's like, man, I don't care what. Look, stop it. Peach then say, you know what I'm saying? Look, me and Jerome gonna go load the bodies up and bury him. You two stay here and clean up. And when the sun rises, this never happened. I said, well, God damn it. Hey, D-Ray. He said it with such authority. He didn't say it like in a joking way. It was real cute. Hey, D-Ray. So that's D-Ray Davis plays speeches. It was cute. So the house is cleaned up or whatever. And, you know, she's like, oh, my God, you know, we have to get, like, maybe bars on the window or something. So Frank said, yeah, we need to get bars on the window. We need to get new and better doors. Because, again, it's their regular house. You know what I'm saying? It's the house. It's not the flop house. It isn't the drug house. It's their house. So, yeah, y'all need to get a little bit more secure. Okay? Don't get no wooden doors. Get some steel doors. You know what I'm saying? Just clank, clank. Okay? Get that done. Anyway, they in the living room and they hear, you know, knock, knock, knock. They're like, shit. Who can be here? Because it's 8 in the morning. Who can come over this early? But it's just Mel, Franklin's ex-girlfriend, who wants to give him a birthday card. He has to first cover up his shirt because the shirt has blood on it from cleaning up the blood stuff or whatever. So she brings him a birthday card for his birthday. You know, I want to not give it to you. They have awkwardness because she found out at the end of season 1 that he was selling drugs. So she didn't like it. But her dad is a cop. So, you know, he like, well, thanks for the card. You want to hang out sometime? Like, I can walk you to school. She's like, nah, my dad been hearing about you, so he don't want me to be anywhere near you. And if you do that, like, people will see us together and we can't have that. So then he's like, you know, well, hey, have you, like, seen my mom or whatever? She's like, well, yeah, my dad and her hangs out sometime. Well, how's she doing? She's like, why do you think she's doing? Like, she doing okay, but you know what I'm saying? She's heartbroken, Franklin. His mama is still sad because, again, her son is a damn drug dealer. And that ain't what she wanted for her son. So that's why he kind of had not talked to her since she found out that he sells drugs. Now, we do see that since Avi was arrested, Teddy needs a new drug dealing buddy to give the drugs to make money with or whatever. So he needs somebody new. How I'm gonna find somebody? So he goes to a friend at the LAPD office and he gets like a file on Avi who was arrested to see who was he arrested with. And in the file he see Leon's photo. Can I keep these? You're like, yeah, take them. You know, go ahead and whatever. So we see that whole thing. Now back at the cookhouse with Franklin, she like, they all like, you know, we ain't got no more cocaine left. Like, we got enough rock cut up to last about 2 days. But after that, you know what I'm saying, we completely out. He like, well, look, you know what I'm saying, we gonna wrap up to Oakland and see if we can meet up with so-and-so to get some more stuff or whatever until I can kind of figure out what to do. We see that whole thing. Now we see Teddy and his brother looking over the files from the police that he got. He sees Avi's picture. He then sees Leon's picture as his brother's like, oh, so basically you need another drug dealer. So in the pictures, he sees Leon, he sees Uncle Jerome, but he sees Franklin. And even from the pictures, Franklin looks like he's the one in charge. He's also always the one there. Because you never see Jerome with Leon. You always see one of them with Franklin with Avi. So he knew, okay, he's the man to be. And I'm like, you're going to try to use Franklin, ain't you? Lord Jesus, don't do it. Because once he's seeing Franklin, it's like, dun, dun, dun. There's Franklin. He's going to be the next thing. Anyway, if you've been watching this long, the code word is banana hammock, Speedo, fruit roll up, or a Jello pudding cup. One of those. And then put it in a random ass number. Anyway, so we then see Franklin leaving his house, okay, minding his own business, okay, you know what I'm saying, just going, trying to get home or whatnot, and we see a car, like, following him. Now, you know, last season some things happened, so it could be anybody, okay, we know they just killed and buried Biscuit, it could be Biscuit's other brother, okay, we don't know. However, then a car smashes into Franklin's car. I'm looking like, damn it, what are you doing, bro? I'm like, no, not my Franklin. Is he okay? He's fine. A little woozy. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you. Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. We then see it's Teddy. Teddy then purposely found Franklin and hit his car. Like, oh man, how'd your neck feel? Like, oh, you know, I'm okay, but I don't know much stuff. He then tasers Franklin and like chloroforms him to like knock him out. I'm looking like, bitch, get off my Franklin. what is you doing? Okay, and he takes Frank saying, oh man, I'm sorry. Now see, because Teddy killed Alejandro last year, so I know Teddy's, you know what I'm saying, he can do some things, so I don't know. Anyway, but we kind of know things are going to progress from there. But that was the whole episode. So don't forget to put your comment below. Again, if you have not watched season 1 of Snowfall, I did do the reviews. They're on my channel. Go ahead and check them out. Anyway, peace.